What's up, everybody? Because we are on our way driving to Dallas. We are going to be late. We're going with a group of 50 people who are buying an apartment complex. So you won't see that part. You may see some clips from it later if you're in my Facebook groups. Or if you're in the Rise of 20% class, you may see me talk about it on there or even do some live from the road. But for right now, I just want to talk about why is Facebook losing $56 billion? Now, look, we got to talk about this. This is important because this lines up everything that we've been talking about because numbers matter. Okay. All week long, I've been talking about how much numbers matter because people try to scare you with percentages of like 33,000 Americans, they got sick. Okay. 33,000 Americans in a country of 330 million. That's less than 1% of our people are sick. But when you hear people say these numbers, they're like, oh my God, 33,000 Americans, right? This is, again, it tells me our education system is broken because it does not teach children basic adding. They can't even add or do percentages or none of that. This is sad. This is why, listen, they open in schools in the fall. Let me tell you, if you're a person in any of my groups or any of my classes and you have a desire to make children products, educational children products, now is your time to shine. You better be in class sharing with us how you make an educational kid product because a lot of parents are not returning their kids to these schools. I've got friends who are still not coming out of the house and they got babies. They're not coming out they not leaving the house. Our friends that are single and some of them that are coming out of the house are like, yo, let's get a boat for 4th of July. Let's get on the water. Our friends with kids, nah, we ain't coming out. We will not be out of we ain't going to daycare. We ain't doing none of that. Like some people on my staff have, one of my guys on my staff, his kids at daycare. I'm like, yeah, daycare? Like if you got an option to have one parent stay home, they need to stay home. Okay. So again, it's all math. Okay. So Facebook, now let's do the natural cycles of business, right? Because I have a video tomorrow talking about building businesses, scaling business, and why software is important. But I'm going to touch on it a little bit today because I want to build the kind of argument I'm talking about. Facebook losing $56 billion should not be a shock. The reason it's a shock to you is because people forget natural cycles. So let's do the natural cycle of anything. January to March is what? Advertising out the yang because of tax time, refund time, tax refund, right? Well, this year it was Corona time. So people were advertising, reporting on heavy for products you can use at home, things to make home life more relaxing and comfortable, yada, yada, yada. Okay, April, May, June is what? Preparing to get the kids out of school, preparing for summer trips, cities are preparing for tourism. Canada is preparing for tourism. Alaska is preparing for tourism, right? So a lot of the advertising is what? Trips and travel. Okay, next. July, August, September. What is July, August, September? People are broke, right? Because they done did all these trips and vacations, and kids are doing what? Going back to school. Kids done ate them out of a house and home. That is that time frame. Okay. Now let's kick it on to the next. September, October, November. What's going on? Holidays. More stuff with the kids. And then what? Advertising dollars. Bulk of all advertising is spent October, November, December. Why? Because you're doing Christmas, you're doing holidays, you're doing turkey time, all that. Now, everybody in the comments right now, in the chat, put a 1 in there if you're seeing a ton of Facebook ads right now. Put a 1 in there if you're seeing a ton of Facebook ads. Put a 2 in there if you ain't seeing no Facebook ads. You ain't seen nothing. Ain't nothing been advertised to you. Put a 2 in there. But everybody who's been seeing ads, put a 1. Help me out here. So give me the feedback. This helps me make the channel better. This helps me organize the conversation. Put a 1 in there if you're seeing Facebook ads left and right. Put a 2 if you ain't seeing no ads. And make sure y'all hit the like button on there. Okay, some people ain't seeing no ads. Wow. Y'all got an ad blocker? What y'all got going on? Okay. Part of why I think we're seeing so many ads is more people were home. The cycle got disrupted, right? Right now it's summer. I'm on the highway. Can y'all see this? Both sides is full. That's why when people tell me, oh no, people home, they stay at home, they ain't spend no money. That's a lie. I know math, okay? People is out here because it's summer. Now they're out here spending money. Trucks are out here running, okay? Parents are running kids around. Like right now, they have swimming classes are back open at the pools. That's why when people talk about, well, Erica, it said Texas is closed. I'm gonna tell you about Texas. I'm like, I live here. I go out every day. I'm on a highway that's almost like a parking lot right now. I'm barely able to do 70 miles per hour on a highway that does 80. Don't tell me about my state, baby. Don't do it. Don't embarrass yourself. Okay? So again, the reason the ads are down is because all these platforms have changed over to pay to play, right? And the tricks that worked in January, February, March, they're not working. Just plain and simple. People, all these little, and I'm being careful calling them little, all these people who have these little Shopify sites and these little blogs and platforms to share their business and their products and services, some of it's working, some of it ain't. The people you know that are still thriving, look at the ads you keep seeing. Look who keeps thriving. That's who's thriving. Okay? For people saying they're not seeing ads, you might have an ad blocker or you haven't searched in the search bar for anything. But Facebook has become a computer that gives you more of what you want. Unfortunately, for a while, what was it giving people? George Floyd, Royce riots, information. You know, again, you click on it enough, it'll keep giving you that. Right? So, what was being sold? Right? A lot of security gear, a lot of safety masks, all that stuff. Now, what can be sold now? It's summertime, and even though everybody should be in the house, everybody's out. So advertisers are saying, well, people ain't really on here, so I'm pulling back my money. This hurts. Advertisers, this hurts Facebook, this hurts y'all looking for sponsors. Why does it hurt you? Why does it hurt you, right? It hurts you because if you're a company trying to get sponsorship money, if you're a company trying to like get some of that trickle rain down of that advertiser money, you ain't getting it, okay? Now, Facebook has been really good of late because you have people like Tabitha Brown who did so well that Ellen DeGeneres is going to give her a channel on her digital network. But let's keep it a buck. Why would Tabitha Brown even need Ellen's digital network when Tabitha Brown has over 6,000 people that pay $5 a month? No, is it 5? Yeah, it's 5 right now. It could be 15, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. $5 a month on Facebook to see her. So 6,000 people paying $5 is $30,000 a month for her being on Facebook, and Facebook ain't paying her. That's from people pushing that button to be a supporter. Think about that. So now you got Ellen DeGeneres coming in and go, look, I'm gonna give you a platform on my digital network. Well, how much are you gonna give me? Because Facebook right now give me $30,000. I'm pretty sure if Tabitha Brown came out here today and said, listen, y'all, to help me keep this show going, to help me keep this running, I'm gonna need at least 10,000 people to donate $5 a month. People would sign up. I know they would. People would sign up. You'd have Tabitha Brown getting $50,000 a month off easy. It, you know, because the projection of her videos, the shareability, again, these platforms, Facebook and YouTube, they try to force you to share certain things. And I'm not going to talk on the agenda, but you guys know, for those of you in my Facebook groups and stuff, I'd say I speak more freely there. But basically, they're trying to force something down your throat. I had to literally go through both home pages today and go, no, I'm not interested in those type of videos. Don't send me no intersectionality crap. Don't send me none of the Rainbow Coalition. I don't need none of it. I don't want it. Stop sending it to me. Not interested. I had to repeatedly force that into the search bar. What keeps winning on Facebook and YouTube? Positive messages, happy things, families, Christian living, spiritual, happy people, grounds, right, of the world. That's winning. So as an advertiser, if you're not in tune with what people want, if you're out of step with what people want, you're going to be hurting. And the most thing that hurts Facebook is the fact that people don't even want to go on Facebook no more because it's so much arguing, and it's also just it's literally ridiculous. Now, can you make a gang of money on Facebook? Of course. I know a friend, all he does every morning is get inside Facebook groups and comment and reply, comment and reply. And I've taught this multiple times to my YouTube class. I don't know if all of them use it, but you can go in the Facebook groups and make a gang of money. There's a ton of people in credit repair making a gang of money right now. Just a ton. There's a ton of people in certain sectors making a lot of money inside these Facebook groups for various reasons. Facebook groups make people feel like they're connecting with people, they're getting this social interaction, even though they really ain't. It's just online, right? What's also catching people out here is the fact that people are posting to Facebook things that are racist, and guess what? Black Twitter and black internet is taking screenshots and calling your boss. And so that's going to make people do what? Pull off the platform because they can't act a fool on the platform anymore. So yes, Facebook has a multiple front problem. It's where people are saying, hey, y'all being racist. And then one people are saying, hey, I'm not going to spend my advertiser dollars here because it's the Wild West over here. And everybody's not being able to see it. Right now, I post things on my Facebook and I'll have friends come back and be like, I ain't seen nothing from you in months. And I didn't unfollow you. I just haven't seen anything. You can't have a platform run like that. It just won't work, not long term. Now, on the flip side, YouTube's reaping the reward off of Facebook losing. How many of you seen YouTube ads on here? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're seeing a YouTube ad so I can at least see a little bit. Let me know if y'all seeing YouTube ads. Drop a 1. Because right now, the big things people are like, I can't believe people are going outside and talking to people. Well, take that, Erica. Texas closed the bars. It doesn't matter if Texas closed the bars. People ain't even in the bar. I drove by all the bars last night seeing what was the like, seeing if everybody did a big rush to the bar. Half of them were closed already. Half of them were boarded up. The owner is making money, and I'm going to share it in here somewhere, either in the post or in the videos. I was out in Round Rock, Texas, and Pint House Pizza was full to the gills, even with social distancing tables in between. Cover 3 was full to the gills. Jack Allen's full to the gills. The parking lot, all 4 parking lots over there were so full. There were kids throwing a football in the parking lot while the parents are inside eating. You know what that's for? The parents are sick of looking at them damn kids. They're sick of looking at them little kids. They got them outside throwing footballs in the outside of the store. A bunch of teenage boys standing outside goofing off in the parking lot because those restaurants, the reason they're thriving and banging like that on a Friday is because they got alcohol. They got alcohol. Now, if you're just a bar and you don't have food, guess what? You having to close because the numbers don't make sense. Okay? So did everybody put a 1 in there if they've been seeing ads? Like, give me some 1s if you're seeing them, because I'm like, woo, y'all wearing me out with these ads. But I don't put ad blockers on my computer because I want to have a toe on the marketplace. What do I mean? If oatmeal has now become fashionable, I wouldn't know if I wasn't in tune, right? And let's be honest, I know that I am separated, because I'll put it this way: separation, to be elevated, requires separation, right? So for the next kind of 50, 60 days, I'm in this very intense push up. That's the best way I can say it. I like the staff I'm hiring, the ads I'm running, the people I'm putting on staff. Everything is like this massive push up to another level. Like right now, the only people I'm really talking to is when people do an interview with me on podcasts and internet. Other than that, I'm like isolating myself. Like even in my Instagram, I have the young lady working to answer stuff in Instagram. And so you maybe think you're talking to me, you're not talking to me, right? So sometimes you are, sometimes you aren't. And so I have to have a finger on the pulse of what's going on out there. And I also keep my eye out for new people who are doing what? Rising up. And reach out to them. Right now, the number one thing you can do to keep your business kicking butt and thriving is outreach. It's outreach and advertising. So if Facebook lost $56 billion, where did that money go? And this is a real thing, y'all. Like when you just saw Joe Rogan get all that money, I have a strong feeling that podcasting is where a lot of the attention is going. If you have me on YouTube right now, you're having to use your eyes. Like, I like a couple different, like Nick Bear, Max Chewing, a couple different people, but I can't work and watch their YouTube videos. So I put them off. Podcasting allows a lot of people to listen to radio shows, listen to topics, even sports radio, listen to things without having to give it full, your eyes attention. So a lot of where that $56 billion is going to go, it's going to be podcasting, it's going to be radio, and it's going to be back in TV. I know people don't believe this, but you have to remember there's a certain number of people who are just home. So if you're an advertiser, you're trying to reach parents, and you can't seem to get them on Facebook, you can't seem to get them on YouTube, you can't get them through your old channels. What are you going to do? You're going to go back to radio, you're going to go back to TV, because people are ignoring those mediums. So there was a guy who called me for marketing, and he was like, hey man, if you pay $5,000, you get access to 5,000 radio spots all across the country. Now, I already knew what that meant. If I give them $5,000, I'm gonna be on Nowhere Town's radio stations all across the country. They're gonna be in the middle of nowhere. They're gonna be in like Wyoming. They're gonna be in like, South Dakota. But advertising is still advertising. You don't know who you need to speak to. You don't know who you need to outreach to. But I need y'all to pay attention to the cycle. It's still summer. The kids are still eating everybody out of house and home. And I have a strong feeling that this fall, those kids will not be back in school like most people think. I have a strong inclination that kids will be at school from 8 to 12 as a way to protect the schools from lawsuits and a way for the schools still to be able to have sports, right? So Morehouse football has decided that they will, Morehouse football has decided they will not do the football season, right? Now, let's keep it a buck. Historically black colleges, this is their year to shine. Now, why am I talking about this is their year to shine? Usually when they play football games or they play the bigger schools, they get paid $2 to $7 million. They really get paid to lose because the kids, even though physically they should be able to compete with the schools they play football with, they usually don't win. They just don't, and they usually lose by a big number, and it's kind of sad. But it's like a payoff for the smaller historically black college. So if Morehouse says, well, we're not going to play, that's probably $7 million, anywhere from $3 to $7 million. They're kissing goodbye from another big school, predominantly white school, right? And so the point of me bringing that up is they're going to rig this thing so that it's just enough for the kids to, it's like just enough for the kids to be out in school and just enough be able to play football. This is what's going to happen. So I think a lot of advertisers are holding their powder, if they're smart, holding their powder for when parents might get a second burst of income. And I will agree with Glenda Cameron. I think they're going to wait right before the election and give y'all a little bit more money. Just enough. But if you have family, your family right now has not took the onus upon themselves to literally create whatever new future you need. Now, what do I mean by this? If your mother and father, if you're a young person, hasn't talked about their new career or new thing they're gonna do, you should be scared. If your husband and wife team and your wife's like, man, I guess I can't go back. These kids, and you as the husband know how much y'all make. Okay, you need to figure out what's the new plan because it's about to get tight. Okay, it's going to be a lot of people going to be like limping through the rest of the year. Now, here's the one bright spot: July 15th. July 15th is supposed to be tax time officially. Like everybody who's got a stitch in, this is your time. Everybody who dragged it off, this is your time to get it. July 15th. Oh yeah, the $1 million of that money went to deceased people. Deceased people that are dead. And guess what? Some of their family members cashed the check and the government asked, hey, and some of them didn't cash the check. They put the check inside like their parents' bank account. They got weird stories where some people, like their mom just died and they put the check in the bank account because it had her name on it. And of course the government's like, what are you doing? Your mom is dead. You need to give us that check back. A lot of that's about to happen. And this is why I told y'all on yesterday's show, if you're in accounting, you're about to be rich. Right now, even though I have outside accountants, I need an inside accountant for multiple business accountants make 50K, right? Well, then you're talking about like even the lower level, like the lower level person who we're trying to hire, who will be using investment software. Like right now we have our staff kind of putting a little bit in, a little bit here, but not messing it up. So when the first person takes over, they don't be like, man, I got to redo all this. That software, all that tracking requires a trained eye to look for things and also just be able to set yourself above. So again, the thing I'm keep trying to tell people is this accounting must grow. Accountants must grow. I know math, people hate math, but this is where I see accountants are going to win. The software for trucking right now, like right now we're implementing a new software for trucking because not only do you need to know where your business is at all times, you need to know where you need to invest for your business. So these advertisers pulling off Facebook, they probably did the math like, okay, this ain't working, but did that money go? These advertisers didn't stop advertising, but just where did they spend it? That's what I'm looking for. Because if a platform don't make money, a platform can't exist. Now, Facebook will be fine for the next 5-10 years, but I just want you to understand that if you guys aren't keeping up good data, data is gold right now. And there's 4 or 5 trucking conferences I'm going to, and if you're on my email list, you saw it in yesterday's email, I'm going to those conferences. We're probably going to take some of our staff to the conference because there's a reason those conferences didn't close down. Transportation has to keep going in this country. So that's why those conferences all are not shut down. There's even a construction conference in Miami, forgot the name of it, but they didn't shut down. You know why they didn't shut down? Because they know construction gonna be out here making all the money. All the monies. So I just want y'all to understand that. I just want y'all to pay attention. Like, if Facebook's having a big hurt moment, it's a domino in this giant system, but you need to pay attention. Where did that money go? Just like when Joe Rogan went over and Spotify made $5 billion, somebody lost that $5 billion. It was either Apple or it was YouTube, right? And people say, well, Erica, money is infinite. Yes, money is infinite. That is a mindset. That is an abundance mindset I subscribe to. But that money went somewhere. It doesn't just sit there. It don't go to sleep. It don't get tired. It went somewhere. So when Joe Rogan got paid $100 million, and then the stock market moved that stock up for Spotify, they made $5 billion. So that $5 billion got taken from who? YouTube? Or that $5 billion got taken from who? Apple? One of the two lost it. And people have to do the math on that. You got to do the math on that. That money is moving. Just like the other day when I told y'all I got on the phone and I saw the government contract for trucking just for Texas. If I just focus on Texas alone, is $1.9 billion. That money's moving. So it doesn't matter if I don't get nothing but like a $2 million contract. The projections of that $2 million contract will let you project and do what? Get business loans, keep running your company and growing. So again, I just want y'all to pay attention. I know it's summertime. I know it's about to be 4th of July next weekend. Everybody gonna be out here getting crunk. But what happens while we're getting crunk? While the masses are getting crunk, somebody who's got my cheese? As Grant Cardone says, who's got my money? Somebody's got it, right? Somebody's got my 10 million. I need it. Where is it? So when you figure that out in this equation, this is why I'm doing these shows, okay? I want y'all to clearly follow as I keep doing these shows. There's a reason I'm stacking these shows the way I am. And reason I'm going to go see this apartment complex in Irving, Texas today. I'm running late, but I'm going to be here. And if you want to see me tomorrow, might be a better time to see me if you're in Austin, Dallas, Texas. But keep that in mind, okay? Money is moving. Are you in the flow of the money? Because there's people right now who are not in the flow of money at all. They're just on Facebook, posting racial posts every single day, upset, posting stuff every day. And I'm like, okay, baby, you upset. And I'm upset too. But where in this equation is you making some money off this? Where? Well, that's my whole point. Like, again, if a company asks me, hey, Do you got 30 or 40 trucks you can use? I don't, but I go find some people. I'm gonna call up everybody I know that got a truck. Hey, you got a truck? 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 I got the trucks. Okay. That's that. I just want y'all to understand that. So if Facebook just lost 59 billion, it's going somewhere. Keep your eyes open. If you're somebody with a Shopify store, if you're a person, I'm telling you right now, if you're any kind of company that you want to sell children's products, you better be working on every single bit of it, because August 1st is going to be the scramble. You have all these kids scrambling, and it's very unfortunate, but I'm going to say it. You're going to have a lot of people who are in bad home situations, unfortunately, where nobody cares, and these group of children are going to fall behind severely. And that's the only reason I think the government is going to try to keep school open from 8 to like 12, 8 to noon, just to feed those children and kind of get them a little bit of education and get them on back out of there. Because if you send all these kids to school, supposedly, and all these kids start falling out dying, who pays for that? I know y'all love Erica. The numbers is going up in Texas. I said, baby, I read numbers every day. Let's keep it a buck. If Corona's so bad as you think it is, why would they open up schools? If we're all supposed to be isolated and staying at home, why are they opening up schools? Because the other money game that's in the fall is sports. Okay? So I just want y'all to understand that now. I mean, you really gotta pay attention to what's going on out here. If you don't know these numbers, like virtue signaling, I saw that a little bit, but yeah, I just went to Starbucks, and the Starbucks girl had a Black Lives Matter button. She told me that they're making them t-shirts. Now, just a minute ago, Starbucks said they couldn't wear nothing to work. But the money said, okay, we're going to make y'all some t-shirts. That's why you got to pay attention to math. You got to do the numbers. When something ain't on your side, why all of a sudden now Starbucks is like, yeah, we're going to Black Lives Matter. I went downtown Austin the other night. They had Black Lives Matter sprayed on the concrete. I don't need Black Lives Matter sprayed on the concrete. I need you to figure out why this city lost 26% of its black people. And only got 6% left. Don't tell me that. Don't show me symbolism. Show me math. Show me the math. As what's that guy say? Show me the money. Show me the money. So anyway, that's mostly what I had for y'all today. I didn't want to make this too crazy long, but I need y'all to pay attention. There's big movements and shakings happening. And right now, if you're in trucking and you're talking about, oh, I just can't make it, honey, you need to get with some mentorship, and you need to get some software to figure out where your business is growing or not growing. And I'll talk a lot more back on that tomorrow, but every day you should be able to open up a software and it'll show you where your business is at. You should be able to open up a computer and you tell me in 15 minutes. The reason I've been upset is like I had their software that print off reports, and I'm like, I need reports every day. I need reports every Thursday. If an investor or anybody calls, how's things going? I want to be able to go to the computer, or you in my office, go to the computer and print it off and hand it to me. Okay? That's what I need. You ought to be able to print it off and let's go. But that is what's going on. And this is why I want people to understand. That math is vital. So look, I'm not going to keep you too long on here. I'll probably do a later one tonight, or I'll do it tomorrow. It depends on how we do this apartment tour here in Irving. But you guys be safe out there. And of course, wear your mask, because they want you to wear it. Okay. All right, everybody, guys. Love you guys. Let's do it.